Hi, I'm Samantha Senavaratna. I'm a cookbook author and a food stylist, and today I'm going to show you how to make a really excellent fish sandwich. So it's crispy fish, a tangy dressing, all wrapped up in a super soft, delicious potato bun. Let's get started. The first thing we need to do is toast our beautiful potato buns. I'm in New York City, so I have Arnold potato buns. If you are in the Midwest, you're going to see Brownberry potato buns, and if you're all the way on the West Coast, you're going to see Oroweat potato buns. We'll start with taking our nice bun out of the packaging, and I'll split it and then just put it on a sheet pan. I like to toast them because they're so nice and pillowy and soft, and toasting them gives that extra delicious crunch. Okay, so I like to brush them with some melted butter. That just helps them get nice and crispy, and I do it under the broiler so that I can do all of them at once. I don't like to put them in the toaster though, because I don't want both sides to get crispy. I want half of it to be crisp and half of it to be soft. Trust me, you're gonna want all these textures. How good do they look? Toasty and buttery. That yellow color is so appealing. So now we can make our sauce, and the special ingredient in our sauce are these delicious banana peppers. I chose banana peppers because I like how tangy they are. They're sort of salty and tangy, they're not spicy. If you wanted a little spice, you could certainly add some. You could use pepperoncini. They're tangy and they're spicy, but I like banana peppers. I love them in my salad, so I always have them around. So we're looking for about a quarter cup. Cool. Now that'll go into my bowl. And to that, I'm adding equal parts of mayonnaise and sour cream. The mayonnaise is gonna make it nice and salty, and the sour cream is gonna make it extra creamy. Yum. Then we'll add a little bit of Old Bay seasoning, so about a teaspoon. And Old Bay is really just a mixture of celery, salt, and paprika. So if you don't have Old Bay, you could just throw those things in. And a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. And that's it. The last thing I like to add is just a little bit of the vinegar from the banana peppers. There's some acid to balance out all that creaminess. So now it's time to fry our fish, and this part is a little messy, so just embrace it. I have my oil heated to 375 degrees. I'm gonna make a wet mixture. This is all-purpose flour, a little bit of cornstarch, and a little bit of baking powder. I just want to create a nice fluffy batter. The cornstarch will help everything get nice and crisp. To that, I'm gonna add some more Old Bay seasoning, a little bit of salt, and a little bit of pepper. We'll whisk that together, and then add 1 whole bottle of your favorite beer. Whatever you have is perfectly fine. I'm gonna add a little bit at a time, trying to avoid lumps, but lumps happen, it's no big deal. The beer is just gonna make it nice and fluffy. We want a nice light batter on our fish. Okay, let's see, I have a couple lumps. No big deal. Now I also have just another dish with some plain flour and my cod. I have 4 4-ounce pieces of cod. They can be sort of thick steaks, and you want them all to be exactly the same size so that they're done at the same time. Now I have all of my things right by my fryer, because basically once she's dipped in the batter, you have to go right into the oil. You can't put it down. So we're ready to go. I have a piece of fish into my batter, like so. And then I like to do it into the flour and then back into the batter again, which seems crazy, but I just want to get a nice, thick, delicious layer of crispiness on that fish. And directly into my oil. These will cook for about 3 minutes until everything is golden brown and the fish is cooked through. So I like to do this strange thing where I put paper towels on half my tray and keep the other half open. This way, I'm thinking some of the oil will absorb into the paper towel, and then I can move it over here so that the air circulates around it and it doesn't get soggy. Okay, let's finish our fish. 2 more pieces. Look how nice these look. They're nice and golden brown, evenly cooked. So these have sat for a few seconds on the paper, and I'm just gonna move them off the paper now. I wanna make sure they stay nice and crisp. They look so good. And now we can build our sandwiches. So I'm gonna put a piece of fish on each bun. This is not a delicate sandwich, it's pretty serious. Okay, and now we'll top it with some shredded lettuce. That for just a little bit of freshness. A little bit of lettuce. And now we'll put our sauce on the top. Oh my gosh, it looks so good, and you should hear it. The crispiness, so great. It's really important to think about your bun when you make sandwiches, because the bun you choose when you make a sandwich is just as important as what goes inside. I chose these potato buns because the fish is really crisp and also really delicate, so I wanted a bun that sort of yield easily, so we wouldn't make a big mess and would just create a nice contrast in textures. All right, this is the best part. I get to eat a sandwich. Look how good that looks. It's gonna be a big bite. That's delicious. The fish is so crispy and the creamy sauce is perfect, and that Arnold potato bun is just soft and it goes so well with the fish. This is my dream sandwich. Yum. The right bun, it makes all the difference.